Many believe that tanking is the solution when your basketball team is doing very poorly. The Lakers currently have the worst record in the Western Conference.
And the worst starting five in the NBA.
According to you. And that is the thought right now that maybe they should tank, but Luke Walton thinks otherwise.
I don't believe in it. I believe in trying to play the right way and have a culture that you're gonna win, try to win no matter what. And, if you start losing on purpose, I think the basketball gods come back to get you in the long run, and good things aren't gonna work out for you. So we try to do things the right way around here, and which means we're gonna play to win. But that's just us.
He has the deepest voice I think I've ever heard, which makes it really hard to understand him. So in case you couldn't hear, I want to just clarify that he said, I think that the basketball gods will come back and get you. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I don't think you believe in the basketball gods. Am I right?
The Lakers are inadvertently tanking. What the Sixers are doing, I actually understand. I don't like tanking, and here's one of the reasons. It screws the fans.
Yes.
NBA tickets are expensive. Once you go tank, that's like a 7-year process.
Yes.
So you're asking fans who have a lot of options for 7 years to pay that money for those seats and get a sub-quality product. I don't like tanking. I think you can win some games while rebuilding. I think that's the way to do it. Tanking, show me all the examples where it works. I mean,
well, exactly. And for the record, I do believe in the
by the way,
basketball
Cleveland
gods.
got LeBron.
Yes.
But that's because they were poorly run and awful, and they were still poorly run the first time he was there. I'm not sure they're well run now. They just have LeBron and Kyrie Irving.
I believe in the basketball gods, but in addition to it hurting the fans, I think it also stunts the growth of the young players because they're not taught in a winning culture. Right. And also, there's no guarantee that the player you're going to get in the draft will turn out to be anything worse tanking your team. And finally, yesterday, the New York Post and Sporting News, they both picked up on an ESPN release outlining the rivalry between FS1 and ESPN.
Oh, God.
The Sporting News said, quote, ESPN hearing footsteps from rival FS1. The gloves came off Tuesday. The Post added, quote, nipping at the heels was finally too annoying to ignore. Colin?
So what did they do? What did my former employer do? I didn't hear. What did they do?
They released a press release.
Ripping us?
If that's how you would like to put it, sure. But let me ask you for your thoughts because you worked at both places.
Well, I didn't know that. I do know that really, really good people from my former employer were Oscar nominated yesterday for OJ Made in America. So I would, if I ran that company, I would be spending the next week lauding the effort of those people. That, I think, is one of the great moments and achievements in the history of my former employer. And they should be remarkably proud of that. And I am shocked that they would spend on that day taking shots at the new kid in town. That is remarkable. I did not read the story. That is remarkable to me. You know what? Is fire away. You know what? When the big guy, when the IBM punches down, the winner is who you're punching.
Thanks
so
for the relevancy.
And tip of the cap to my former employer, all the employees who were part of the Oscar-nominated OJ Made in America. That is an incredible accomplishment.
It was good.
And we brought the director of that on. That's what I'd like to talk about. That's what, if I ran, that's what I would talk about. But of course I don't. I'm just a small little fish in a giant pond.